Okay, so what we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk about the zero and negative exponent rule. Now, real quick, when you talk about the zero exponent rule, it's anything to the zero power is equal to 1 except when you take 0 to the zero power. And then the negative exponent rule, which was in your foldable, which is on your notes on the front of the sheet, is a to the negative n is equal to 1 over a to the n. All right, so let's go through a few things. It's very easy. So simplifying powers. What is the simplified form of each expression? So 9 to the negative 2, I can write that as 1 over 9 squared. So 9 squared is 81, so that's 1 over 81. Negative 3.6 to the 0, that's easy. That's 1. Simplifying exponential expressions. What is the simplified form of each expression? So with this one, it's a little bit different. Um, Here, I'm going to see, I'm going to write 5a to the third, but then that b squared, the b to the negative 2, I'm going to go times 1 over b squared. So then this becomes 5a cubed all over b squared. All right? A nice little trick is if you see how this is 1 over x to the negative 5, a little trick I tell people is if the negative exponent is in the denominator, send it upstairs. So this just becomes x to the fifth. All right. So that's problem one. And that's problem two. You can go ahead and watch what I just did and go ahead and try to do the got it one and two. All right. On this one, evaluate an exponential expression. What is the value of 3s cubed times t squared for s equals 2 and t equals negative 3? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this as 3s cubed over t squared. Okay? Because that negative 2 goes downstairs. Now I'm going to plug in 2 wherever I see the letter s, and I'm going to plug in negative 3 wherever I see the letter t. So 2 times 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So this is 3 times 8 over negative 3 squared is 9. Okay? So then this becomes 24 over 9. And then when you simplify 24 over 9, I believe 3 goes into that. That's 8 over 3. Try the got it problem 3. Here is a word problem that can be a little bit challenging, but let's take a look at it. A population of marine bacteria doubles every hour under controlled laboratory conditions. The number of bacteria is modeled by the expression 100 or 1000 times 2h, where h is the number of hours after a scientist measures the population size. Evaluate the expression for h equals 0 and h equals negative 3. What does the value of the expression represent in the situation? What I like about this problem is they gave you that. And they told you that H stands for number of hours after a scientist measures the population. So if I do 1,000 times 2 to the 0 power, that's 1,000. All right. And if I plug in negative 3, if I do 1,000 times 2 to the negative 3, that's 1,000 over 2 cubed, which is 1,000 over 8, which if I use my calculator, that's 125. Now, what does it mean in this situation? Well, that 0, when h is 0, well, if h stands for the number of hours after a scientist measures the population size, that 0 means right now. Okay? No time, no hours have passed, like right now. Now, negative 3 means there would be 125 marine bacteria 3 hours ago, but that population is moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on. So try the got it, and then finish the lesson check, and do you understand? Don't forget to evaluate yourself, and I'll see you soon. May the force be with you.